You've probably seen the ads saying that you should pay money each month for a service to protect yourself from identity theft. Tonight, Julie Watts tells us you can pay a fraction of that to do something even better.
It says it looks like you've recently changed your email password.
But Al Tokuhama knew he hadn't, so he immediately called Comcast fearing he'd been hacked. Though after resetting his password, he says that fear turned to frustration.
They said that the final step to my being secure was to get this identity guard.
That's an identity protection service offered by Comcast.
I thought it was very unethical what they did.
And after an hour on the phone, Al says he was convinced the password reset email was simply a fear tactic to get him to sign up.
Fear is a good marketing tactic.
The Federal Trade Commission's David Newman can't comment on Comcast, but says the FTC has taken action against other ID theft protection companies. The feds charged LifeLock with, among other things, making deceptive claims and barred LifeLock from exaggerating the risk of ID theft, something that Newman says is increasingly common within the industry.
You may have trouble applying for a job or not be able to get that mortgage.
Earlier this year, we called out the company Protect Your Bubble when they sent us this press release trying to scare people out of freezing their credit. A credit freeze is cheap and so effective, users often don't see the need for additional credit monitoring.
Just to be clear, in spite of what the press release says, you admit when you freeze your credit cards are not frozen, and you won't be forced into a cash-only lifestyle.
I'm not familiar with any circumstances.
The company quickly backtracked, claiming the press release was a mistake and stopped offering ID theft protection services. As for those types of assertions about credit freezes,
Absolutely not true.
in fact, Newman says a credit freeze is actually one of the best tools to protect your credit.
That makes it virtually impossible for anyone to apply for credit in your name.
He says, combined with a couple other free options like checking your free annual credit reports and your credit card statements for fraudulent charges, it pretty much negates the need to pay a monthly fee for credit monitoring services.
If you haven't been hacked, you don't need the service.
However, if you know your information's been compromised, Newman says there may be value in services that scan the dark web or criminal records for your stolen data. But he points out victims of mass hacks like the Anthem and Target breaches are usually notified and offered the services for free. It's estimated 1 in 3 Americans are affected and should take advantage of those free offers. Now, when it comes to repairing ID theft, experts say there is some value in getting help, but many nonprofits will do that for free. And as for those $1 million identity theft insurance policies,
Under the Fair Credit Billing Act, you're liable for $50.
Credit monitoring, free bureau credit report, financial calculator and tools, which I don't need.
after reviewing the offerings from Comcast, Al called back to find out if his account had really been hacked.
She said the email that I got said your password may have been changed. It didn't say that it was changed.
Now, Comcast says it did reset Al's password due to suspicious activity and apologized for the miscommunication. It says it only recommends that customers buy the Identity Guard subscription when the company believes their information may have been compromised. LifeLock declined to comment for this story. Julie Watts, KPIX 5.